Sylvia Corsado here, parent consultant, behavior coach with Success in Steps. Now, the school year is starting, and a lot of people are asking, how do I connect with my child? With all the differences that's going to be happening at school, whether it's going to be in class or online, we really want to know how our children are doing. So today I'd like to share with you 4 tips on how you can connect with your child and see how they're doing and how you can support them. So the first one is make time to speak to your child every day. What I often encourage parents is for them to provide their child with an opportunity to have at least 30 minutes after school to have what I refer to as their brain dump moment. Think about when we used to go back to work and we would rush home, and the last thing that we want to do is be bombarded with a million questions. We often want to be able to go upstairs, get changed out of our work clothes, put on some comfy clothes, and then come downstairs, and we are now reset because we've kind of switched off our hats and from work hat to parenting hat. So we want to provide our children with the exact same thing, because when they go to school, what our children are doing is they're absorbing a lot of information. We have a lot of children that are rule followers, and they are there trying to do everything by the books, or follow things or absorb things and try not to make a mistake. They want to fit in, they want to be accepted, and so all these worries tend to be at the top of their concerns at school. So when they come home, they just want to relax and they just want to have that moment to press that reset button as well. You'll often notice if you've asked how your child is doing, if you've asked too quickly how their day was, and all you did was ask that question and all of a sudden they start crying, that's because they're having a little bit of a sensory overload and they're feeling overwhelmed, and they really just need that brain dump moment to just have some space to kind of feel comfortable at home, do a little bit of routine, have a snack, do something relaxing or something that they enjoy, and then moving forth. So when is the greatest time to ask your child how their day was? It can be at dinner time, during meal prep, taking your child when you're going to an extracurricular activity, so in the car ride, or perhaps you have a routine of taking your child to the park or going for a walk with the dog. Those are all great times whereby you can ask your children how their day was. The other thing is you want to become an active listener when your children are speaking. Now more than ever, we need to give our children 110% of our attention. And I know that as parents, we are always multitasking. I'm guilty of it as well. But really, when we are active listeners, we are listening to even the things that our children are not necessarily saying using their words, but it's the way that they're saying things that can highlight some yellow or / red flags of concerns for us. So avoid multitasking, provide eye contact as much as possible. If you're driving, if you're having that conversation during the car ride, you can just look in the rearview mirror and you can make eye contact that way. And then avoid distractions. So I would encourage you to put mute on your cell phone, because not only is that a distraction to you, but it's also a distraction to your child as well. Number 3 is I would encourage you to be informed of the school protocols. Now, with each school, I'm hearing from all my friends that every school is different, from my teacher friends to people that I know that are principals to just parents of my kids' friends as well. Every school has different protocols, so being informed of your child's school's protocol is going to help you to really support your child with how school is going to unfold this year. So read those. I know we're getting a lot of emails, but read those emails, attend whatever is going to be presented in terms of the return to school night when you have that parents meeting. I'm not too sure if this year it's going to look like we're all going to be in a gym and listening to the principal, or if it's going to be a video conference that they're going to be doing, but do your best to attend those so that you are well informed with how procedures are taking place this year for your school and what your teachers are doing. And then the 4th one is to ask specific questions. So follow up with past concerns, and this is why it's really important to be an active listener. We want to hear about things that keep on popping up. So pay attention to those. Pay attention if your child's tone is starting to become more aggressive when they're bringing this up, because those are starting to be yellow and red flags. Say, you know what, this is popping up a lot now. I can really hear the frustration in their voice. Let's see how we can problem solve this. And with that, ask if you can help. You know what, you've been bringing this up a lot lately. Is there a way that I can help you with that? Or what have you done to try and fix this at school? Or have you spoken to the teacher about this? So asking questions that are very specific is going to help you to investigate where things kind of lie in terms of the challenges, and if your child needs your help or whether they're going to be able to problem solve this as well. And then the last thing within asking specific question is to avoid yes, no answers. When we do that, we are not allowing our children an opportunity to open up. And honestly, if there's something that is bothering your child and your child is an introvert, they are going to just use those questions as key, in terms of that's what you ask is what you get. So when we are specific, we are able to open up that dialogue, have that conversation, to connect with our children so that we can find out more, so that we are not going to be dealing with something once it becomes too much of a problem for them and they become so overwhelmed that there's other challenges involved as well. So just as a recap, make time to speak with your children every day. Be informed with respect to your school. Become an active listener and ask specific questions. And these are all great ways on how you connect with your child and to maintain an understanding of how they're doing at school.